Ah, the old story about how the band got together trick.
Sometimes it feels like this band just got together yesterday, and sometimes it's like back when Kane was able, way before the stable.
Well, Tom and I had been friends since I think we were 14, 15 years old. I spent every summer up in New Hampshire at Lake Sunapee at my parents' summer house. And Tom lived near there all year round, and every summer we would get together and hang out, and we both loved the same kind of music. Coincidentally, Steven, who had a band, and he was a few years older than us, also had a place up at Sunapee, at his uncle's place, and he would go up there, and we used to go and see his band play.
Especially at this place called The Barn, which was this club that no mother wanted their kid to go to.
He was looking for a new situation, and he had come and seen Tom and I play, and he saw that we were just like kind of go for the throat rock and roll. We played like heavy electric blues, you know, that was coming over from England, and it really got him off. And you know, we got to know each other, and he had a lot to teach us because he had been in the business longer, and he actually had a single on the jukebox at the place where I worked and washed dishes. And once in a while he would come in, and I remember having to clean up the mess a few times when his band would show up because, you know, Rock and Roll 101 was make mess, cause public disturbance, and behave like rock star.
At that point, Steven was deciding whether or not to leave his band and come play with Joe and me. And we were pretty sure he was going to, but while we were waiting, we moved down to Boston. We got an apartment, and we started looking for a place to rehearse and a drummer.
Joey Kramer, who was kind of from the same area in New York that Steven was, so they kind of knew each other through high school and then playing in bands.
He knew a couple of guys that were looking to start a band. These two guys turned out to be Joe and Tom.
Let's form a band. Let's put on white shoes, play through big amps, and have a party. Our first gig at that point was at a high school, which was right near where I grew up, called Nipmuc.
It was a high school gig. It was one of the first ones. Joe's mother and father bought the band a bus that we bought from a bunch of hippies that you could convert over from propane to gasoline. So when we ran out of money for gas, we turned it to propane. And we would go on these road trips, and Nipmuc was one of them.
We played in the gym. You know, it was a high school dance, basically.
It was when we realized that stuff was gelling, that it was magic, that we weren't just jamming anymore, that we learned the secret. And I'm not quite sure what that is, but we learned how to be a band and how to play together and how to make it sound heavy.
Nipmuc was the first gig that we played where the name of the band, which we finally chose as Aerosmith, was on the banner, and that was the start of it.
I had this dream we were gonna make it. Didn't have a Grammy, didn't have a record, didn't have anything, but if I could bring a little something home, so I went into the locker room where they let us change.
We stole T-shirts from the gymnasium in that school, and to this day, Steven and I still have them. They're green T-shirts with white writing that say Nipmuc High School.